Welcome back in Flag Throwers. It is Wednesday, February 18th, and spring training is officially underway, and you know what that means. One of our residential baseball experts, Luke, is back on the podcast, filling in for Unk today. But before we get into that, YouTube people, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We're at 336 subscribers at time of recording. Greatly appreciate y'all. Audio, leave a 5-star review. Leave a follow on the show as well. Again, greatly appreciate y'all as well. And make sure to go follow us on socials. But Luke, how are you, bro?
What's going on, man? Long time no see.
Sure, yeah. As if you weren't on the show last Friday. But man, yeah, I'm so excited to talk about baseball, man. I've got full-blown baseball fever right now.
Let's go. Yeah, we got both of our teams are playing against each other on Saturday, first spring training game. I don't think they announced who's going to be pitching yet, but I'm sure we'll see, some of the regular guys, some of the new guys for both of our teams. And, yeah, it's going to be good.
So the Orioles have a legit open, bullpen competition going on right now. So there's actually a reason, if you're an Orioles fan, to watch these 20 spring training games. Because they literally said whoever pitches the best in spring training is going to get that spot.
For just, all of their bullpen spots. Basically.
So unless your name is Ryan Helsley or Andrew Kittredge, your spot's up for grabs in the bullpen.
Wow. Even Konnor, he's not a sure spot.
No, he's not as sure. He's got the inside track per se, but he's not guaranteed a spot. Same with Keegan Aiken.
Okay, I mean that's how it should be. You want to have the guys competing for something.
Well, they didn't play very good last year, so that's why.
I
think your boy Dietrich Enns is gonna make the team though. I think he also has the inside track because we don't.
Honestly, that's my guy. I would not be surprised if Ryan Helsley goes down and my man Dietrich Enns ends up closing out games for the Orioles. It's my guy. You know what I mean? Honestly, we should hit him up. We should try to get him on the show.
Dude, if Dietrich Enns is closing games for me down the stretch, I might cry.
Bro, he's good.
I don't want him closing games down the stretch for a playoff team.
Hey, man. All I'm going to say is I'm going to put $1 right now on a Dietrich Enns 30-save season, and I'm going to be rich.
You're going to lose $1 is what's going to happen. But, no, I think the rotation's pretty set, so we're going to have Bradish. I think Bradish is going to start opening day. Rogers, Boz, Bassett. And then I think they're going to give that 5th spot to Eflin and put Kramer in the bullpen.
Okay. What are they going to do with Povich?
He's either going to be the ace of the AAA staff or he's going to the bullpen.
Okay. Man, that one day that we went, Povich was pretty good, man.
So Povich's problem is that he's elite the first time through the order, but the second time he gets rocked and then the third time he gets shelled.
Okay.
Which usually makes you a reliever.
I mean, you never know. He's still pretty young. He could, figure that part of it out. I mean, that tells you that he has good stuff, but he just has to learn how to pitch a little bit more. So you never know.
Yeah, he also has a really bad where, if he gives up more than one hit in an inning, he starts to melt down.
One of those guys.
So he's definitely not a high leverage guy.
Okay. Maybe an innings eater out of the bullpen.
Yeah, he's known to, have snowball innings.
Yikes.
So, I think the lineup, for what it's worth, is pretty set. I'm still hearing Kobe Mayo is going to get traded and that Mountcastle will somehow make the team.
To the Pirates, maybe, for Mayo.
I'm fine with trading him to the Pirates. I just want good pitchers.
Yeah. I don't know what the Pirates are willing to give up at this point.
Kobe Mayo for Paul Skeens. Who says no?
Like you said, I'm just going to pretend he didn't say that. Like you just said, he can't really play. It's like he can play third base, but he's not very good over there. And, that's really the position that the Pirates need. We don't really need a first baseman at this point because we already got, Horowitz. We got O'Hearn can play some first base. So, I don't know.
You don't want Ryan O'Hearn playing in the outfield every day.
Well, that's the current plan, so we'll see how that goes.
That's not good news.
I feel like we're going to have to move Ryan Reynolds back to left, even though he's not the best defensive outfielder. At least he's average. And then O'Hearn will play right, because playing left field at PNC Park is basically like playing center field. It's the biggest left field in the game.
They'll definitely put him in right field then.
Yeah, so
But
And,
Kobe Mayo, so he has the glove. He has a good glove. The problem is, and he has good arm strength. He just has no idea where it's going.
he can't throw the ball. Well, maybe he'll turn into an outfielder at some point, honestly.
That's what they said, but like he's not the fastest guy, so he definitely would have to play like right field or left field.
Yeah, or maybe even like a rangy second baseman.
Nah, I don't think he's fast enough to play second base.
Could be like another Jonathan Scope.
Jonathan Scope. Oof, he's in
Dude,
some
he
hot
was
water
good,
right
bro.
now.
He had some
Yeah,
good
he's
years
in hot
with
water
those.
right now.
Wait, what happened with him?
I'm pretty sure like he's allegedly facing like gun charges in like the Dominican Republic or whatever.
Yikes. Well, on the field,
I was
he was
like,
a good player.
no. I was like, no, not Jonathan Scope.
Yeah, come on. That was my guy.
But speaking of more bad news and another jolly old chap, the MLB Players Association now doesn't have a vice president of operations. So
Yeah.
that's not good. Tony Clark had to step down for alleged financial misuse and for allegedly having an affair with his sister-in-law.
That does not sound like a jolly old chap to me, I'll tell you that much.
Dude, the players are so...
Sounds like a guy that's going to be behind bars.
Oh my god, the players are so cooked in these upcoming negotiations.
I mean, hey, maybe whoever they bring in will be, a lot better and negotiate some deal to where they can actually play baseball next season. So, I don't know.
Let's see. So, Jeff Passan said at 4:30, MLB Players Association leadership ended without voting on an interim executive director to replace Tony Clark. The union is expected to hold a vote as soon as tomorrow, however, and the hope, sources said, is to have someone in place by then.
Wow.
If it ain't the Jet, I don't trust it when it comes to MLB news.
The Jet is the good source.
Dude, he's the GOAT. I hope one day he comes on the podcast.
That would be sick.
Yeah, because he bombs atomically. Just check his Twitter bio. But anyway, so I don't know who they're going to appoint. I don't even know who like the candidates for this is, but for the love of God, it can't be any worse than this guy. I mean, this guy was so bad for the players.
Oh yeah, like just look at the situation that we're in now. It's not good, and it seems like behind the scenes this guy wasn't really the best person either. So hopefully they can find someone that's doesn't let the power go to their head.
Oh yeah. So moving on. So we got some spring training stuff going on. Like we said, we got the first game coming up on Friday, but there's already more injury news coming out. Twins starter Pablo Lopez, quote, has a significant tear in his UCL and now is going to have to consider his options for surgery. So he's probably done for the year.
So, yeah, like, I don't know what Fort was talking about when he said the Twins were going to be good.
No, he was wrong on that.
That was, like, the main thing that they had a pretty good top of the rotation with Ryan and Lopez. But, yeah, now half of that is gone. I feel like, especially if he's going to be out for the whole year, the Twins, you can pretty much punt on this year. They will not be good at all. They will be trading. They'll probably be trading Joe Ryan at the trade deadline. If Byron
Orioles.
Buxton and Royce Lewis are able to make any noise this year, they may be gone at the deadline too. Correct me if I'm wrong, but their prospect pool is not very good. Their farm system's not very good. So yeah, they need to they need to restart. They do have a few players that are of value. So they need to get some better prospects because that's not the biggest market up there either. So they gotta kind of.
I don't know why they didn't trade Buxton like while he was hot last year.
I don't really know. I think they were holding on to hope that they were going to be okay this year because their division's so bad. But yeah, I would be surprised if they finished above 5th place in the AL Central.
It is February 18th, and Luke has officially punted on the Minnesota Twins.
I just don't think. I don't see it there. Like, honestly, the only way that they have a decent season is if they get off to a good start. If they don't hit from the beginning, it's super cold in those games up in Minnesota. They're just gonna suck, and it's just gonna go from bad to worse. So, Yeah.
Your former manager, he might get fired after
Yeah,
year one.
and not to mention the Derek Shelton effect. That like takes off like 7 or 8 wins right there. One of the most uninspiring managers of all time. Maybe the most uninspiring manager of all time. Like, dude.
So do you think that before even looking at how many wins the Twins had last year, do you think they're going to have more wins or less wins than last year without even looking at how many they had?
Yeah, so I'm not sure off the top of my head how many they had last year. If I had to think of a number, for what did they have last year, like 70 or so? That's what I'm going to go off of. I think that they're going to have less wins.
You hit the nail on the head. Did you look it up?
No, that was just basically off my dome. So
Yeah, they
that's
went
just,
70 and 92 last year.
Oh yeah, they're definitely. I would say it would be a success if they didn't lose 100 games.
Look, Twins, at least on the bright side, okay? You got Mick Abel, who's going to pitch all year for you guys this year. He's going to be pretty good.
Did he come up at all last year?
I don't know. I wasn't sure.
I mean,
I'm
don't
looking
know.
through this lineup right now. I couldn't even tell you who's going to start on this team. So, Ryan Jeffers.
The only starters I can think of in their lineup are Buxton and Lewis. Other than that, I don't even know who they have anymore.
Ryan Jeffers is a good catcher. He's an above-average catcher.
So he'll get flipped at the deadline.
They have Alex Jackson, who we just traded to them this offseason. That was the catcher that was filling in at the game we went to.
Okay, yeah.
They have Josh Bell, who somehow is still cashing major league checks.
Why? Yeah, he would go there.
Brooks Lee, I've heard of. He's a decent young player. You got Rolls-Royce Lewis. He's good.
Rolls-Royce. He's good, but not as good as people thought he was going to be. Everyone
That's
thought
just
he
'cause
was
of the
like the next
injuries.
Mike Trout, yeah.
Byron Buxton, we know about him. He's 32. He's really running out of time.
Man.
James Outman, I know who he is, but I don't think he's any good anymore.
No. Wait, who did he used to play for?
The Dodgers.
Oh, yeah, that's right. James Outman. Man.
And that's it for their lineup.
Yeah. Yikes.
But they have some decent pitchers on this roster. Like Mick Abel.
Like who?
They got Anthony
Bailey
Banda
Uber?
Yeah, they got Anthony Banda from the Dodgers. Taj Bradley's from the Rays. That Funderburk guy's not bad. Pablo Lopez before he got injured. Taylor Rogers will get flipped at the deadline. Joe Ryan. Cole Sands is really good. And that Simeon Woods Richardson guy's not bad.
Yeah, he's not bad. I mean,
But then you have the Derek Shelton effect.
yeah, there's no way this team is not. They're not winning more than 64 games.
Man, and honestly, that's more time on the Twins than they deserved. But hey, you know what, Twins fans? One day they'll sell the team. I don't know when, but that day's coming. Dude, so another thing, speaking of one day that's definitely coming. So, Bryce Harper, do you think he's going to get traded from the Phillies at all? I'm not talking right this very second, but even this year. Do you think Bryce Harper's going to get traded? Because it sounds like the relationship with Dombrowski is soured.
Yeah, it seems like I heard him saying some stuff on an interview down in, I think, what are they playing, Clearwater, Florida? Or I don't even know.
Sure, somewhere in Florida.
Something like that. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like if for some reason the Phillies aren't in it at the deadline, for whatever reason they implode to kind of start the season, maybe. But otherwise, I don't think so. He's just too important a player for that.
But can you see Harper requesting a trade?
I don't know. I don't think he would do that. I think he will speak his mind, but I don't think he would ever resort to requesting a trade. What do you think?
I don't know. This really seems like he's not happy. So I think it's like you said. I think if it's bad vibes, things aren't going well in Philly. If the Philly fans turn on him, I think he could request a trade. If they start booing him.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, well, that's definitely a factor there. I mean, everything that went down with Nick Castellanos, that is not a good look.
No.
So yeah, I feel like you never know. Castellanos was under contract for another year or two.
Yeah, just this year. This is
Or
his
just
last
this
year
year,
on
and the
deal.
Phillies just said, "See you later." and cut him loose, and now he's
And now
gonna
they're
play.
footing the $19 million bill.
Yeah, and now he's gonna play first base for the Padres apparently. So we'll see how that goes.
Of course he is.
But I feel like honestly he could go there and be really good. Like he's a good hitter. So
Oh yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
But speaking of the Padres, they've brought in quite a few people. They brought in Walker Buehler today, I saw, on a minor league deal.
On a minor league deal. Can you imagine that? Walker Buehler, who was he the World Series MVP 2 years ago?
He won the Cy Young.
He won. Did he win a Cy Young? I know that he was like a key pitcher for the Dodgers when they won the World Series against the Yankees in 24. But yeah, to see him get a minor league deal is crazy.
He's a 2-time World Series champion, 2-time All-Star, and a former first-team All-MLB selection.
Yeah, so no Cy Young, but he had some really good years in LA, and I feel like he can still pitch. Like
he recorded a save in the 2024 World Series clincher game.
Yeah.
And he had 3 shutout in Game 3 of the 2018 World Series.
Yeah, so
he finished 4th in Cy Young.
And I remember like when he first came onto the scene, he was this guy who threw really hard. And then in 24, when the Dodgers won the World Series, he was just coming back from injury, and he couldn't really. He used to sit high 90s, and then when he came back, he could really only throw like 93, 94. And he struggled for a couple starts in the playoffs, but then like when the World Series rolled around, he like figured it out. Was like painting the corners, making everything move, and he was really good. So he's definitely a guy that doesn't only rely on just throwing hard. He can definitely pitch, so I think there's some good value there. Still,
dude, you know who else was a major what if from the Dodgers? And I'm glad they're not good on the Dodgers because Dodgers don't need any help. Do you remember Dustin May?
Dude, Dustin May, Carrot Top.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Bro got injured eating a salad.
Wait, really? I didn't know that.
You didn't hear about that?
I didn't know that was his injury.
Yeah, when he hurt his neck.
That was kind of like when the Pirates had Clint Barmas and he broke his foot from carrying deer meat up the stairs in a cooler. He dropped it on his foot.
Bro, it was actually a scary situation. He was eating a salad, and like the lettuce was so sharp that he ate. It cut his esophagus so bad that he had internal bleeding and had to get rushed to the ER.
What kind of lettuce was he eating?
That's what I'm saying. Did he have it with a side of nails?
The side of razors? What?
But yeah, now Dustin May pitches for the Red Sox. I'm pissed.
Yeah, I mean, again, like when he first came on, I feel like when he first came on, that's when the pitchers still were able to use that sticky stuff. He would just throw a fastball and it would just dart inside to right-handed hitters. It was crazy. But again, I feel like that's a guy that could still be really good. So, it's like a solid like number 3 or 4 starter for the Red Sox right there.
So I want to move on to another thing heading into the season. So I saw one of the prospect rankings came out today from ESPN, and I just want you to explain to the viewers, why is everyone so like head over heels for Konnor Griffin? What's so special about this guy? Why is he far and away the number 1 prospect in baseball? I know why, but explain to the people why.
Dude, he's him. That's why. Did you see? I was watching and reading something about the first couple of days of spring training, and it said that Griffin was taking live at bats off of Skeens, and the first time he was up, Skeens struck him out. Then Griffin made an adjustment and was lining the ball everywhere across the field, like 100 miles an hour off the bat. I don't know if he hit any home runs, but it was like basically hitting a bunch of doubles off of Paul Skeens. So if he can hit Skeens, he can freaking hit anybody. So that's why he's him. He can play shortstop. He can play outfield. Elite speed. Yeah, I feel like we have Bobby Witt Jr. 2.0, probably even better on our hands here. So that's why.
Yeah, I'm reading about what this guy wrote about him, and he said, and I quote, "Griffin is the top prospect in baseball by a mile." He has him on the 2080 scale as a 65 future value. He's the only one with that grade.
Who's the number 2 prospect?
You want to take a guess?
Is it that guy from the Tigers?
Which guy?
I'm gonna say his name wrong.
The shortstop or the outfielder?
The shortstop.
Yeah, Kevin McGonigal.
Yeah, God, I was gonna say something else. But yeah, yeah, that's who I was thinking of.
So he is rated a 60 future value.
Okay,
So Konnor Griffin, you nailed it. Got comped to Bobby Witt. This guy got comped to Jose Ramirez.
okay. I mean, a Jose Ramirez comp is nothing to sneeze at, but
No.
I feel like Connor Griffin could honestly like he could be the next like superstar shortstop. I'm talking like Derek Jeter, like face of the game, like basically him.
So how did he? I wonder how he fell to pick number 9.
Because we drafted him out of high school and people were weary.
That's crazy.
He didn't play
'Cause,
any
like,
college baseball.
I just want to see who all got picked ahead of him now. Now that you guys got me thinking about it, because I saw Nick Kurtz was the 4th overall pick. I'd say that one kind of worked out.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Come on, load for me. Okay. Oh, here we go. So, do you want to guess who the 1st overall pick was in this draft?
What was it, 2023 or 2024?
Yeah, 24.
I don't know. Who was it?
Travis Bazana to the Guardians.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's that he's that power hitting like first baseman,
The
right?
Aussie, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So the 2nd overall pick was Chase Burns to the Reds. He seems like he's going to be pretty good.
Oh yeah, dude. He came up last year and he was pretty good.
The 3rd overall pick was Charlie Condon to the Rockies. That was the guy from Georgia who hit like 35 homers in college baseball.
That's promising.
Yeah. Number 4, Nick Kurtz. Never heard of him. Pick number 5 is Hagen Smith to the White Sox. I've heard good things about that guy. The only problem with that guy, if he's who I think he is, I think he tops out at like 91. He's like a Ranger Suarez type pitcher.
I feel like that has some value these days if you know how to pitch.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see this year because I think he's going to make the majors this year. Pick 6 to the Royals was Cags. I would say that pick probably worked out pretty good too.
Yeah.
Pick 7 to the Cardinals was J.J. Weatherholt. I've heard good things about that guy.
Yeah. Hasn't came. I think
Pick
he'll come
8
up this year.
Yeah, pick 8 was Christian Moore to the Angels. Another player they rushed to the majors.
Right.
And then pick 9, Konnor Griffin.
It's 8 mistakes, baby. 8 mistakes.
Pick 14 was Cam Smith to the Cubs. That was the guy that got shipped out in the Bregman deal. Or the Tucker deal. Excuse me.
So, I mean...
This was the draft the Orioles took my boy Honeycutt in.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah. Of those players, I feel like, honestly, the only one that could probably touch Connor Griffin is Nick Kurtz. But we'll see.
So let's see. The third prospect in baseball is Jesus Made or Made or whatever from the Brewers. Shortstop, 18 years old. I've heard his name. Number 4 is Basayo, but he won't be a prospect for much longer.
Right.
The 5th is the Sebastian Walcott, shortstop for the Rangers. He's 19.
Is Bubba Chandler still considered a prospect?
How many starts did he make?
Like 4 or 5?
Yeah, he's still a prospect.
Okay. He should be higher on there.
Colt Emerson, shortstop for the Mariners. J.J. Weatherholt, we talked about him.
Yeah.
Max Clark. Dude, I feel like Max Clark's been in minor league baseball for like 3 years, and he's only 21.
Yeah. I mean, he was another high school guy.
Yeah. Walker Jenkins, 9th for the Twins. He should be pretty good. And then number 10, Aiden Miller for the Phillies, shortstop.
Okay.
So, top prospects in baseball, a lot of shortstops, but I feel like shortstop is kind of where the money's made this year, like in baseball, in terms of position players.
I mean, yeah, honestly, if you can play shortstop, you can play pretty much anywhere except for catcher.
Right.
So, I feel like, a lot of guys come up as a shortstop and then, whatever the organization needs, they kind of switch their position if needed. But I feel like Connor Griffin's the truth, man. We'll see.
Never forget that Ryan Mountcastle was drafted as a shortstop.
Ha! That's what I'm talking about. Everyone's a shortstop. In high school, everyone's a shortstop, man.
Oh man, but there was one more other thing I wanted to ask you, but now I'm like, I don't know why I'm blanking on it. Oh, where did it go? There was another thing I wanted to. I don't know. I'm blanking, but
Jolly old
but
chap.
jolly old chap. Is there anything you want to talk about in baseball?
Um, I mean, not really. I'm just ready for these spring training games to start. I know that we were going to talk a little bit about the WBC. Was it something about that?
Oh no, I remember. It was about Pete Alonso. Dude,
What
have you
about
been
him?
reading all the stuff about Pete Alonso's leadership now?
Oh yeah, I heard he's like been very vocal with the younger guys. It seems like he's very committed to the defensive side of playing first base. So yeah, all good things for the Orioles. I know they don't really assign a team captain for the Orioles, but it seems like
He should be.
he's kind of that guy for them. So yeah,
Dude, the Orioles I really think could be good this year. Like I'm so excited to see the Orioles. And I really do think like this is going to be a hot take, but I think the Red Sox are going to miss the playoffs.
I mean, that's what we said last time. I could definitely see it. I feel like for the Orioles, like everything rests on their pitchers staying healthy, like their starters staying healthy, and they're kind of piecing together a bullpen because I feel like that's kind of their weak spot.
Yeah.
Outside of their top two bullpen guys, it's kind of a question mark. But like you said, they got everyone competing for pretty much all of those spots. You said everyone except for Helsley and Kittredge.
Yeah.
Those are the only sure guys. So that can make for some good competition, and maybe they can kind of find a diamond in the rough or two and get some good bullpen arms. My Pirates have been pretty notorious for doing that. And so kind of the one thing we have a knack for. Like I remember our now closer Dennis Santana, who's pretty good. Even just like a year or two ago, like he would come into a game and my friends and I would be like, Dennis Santana, this guy sucks. Like, why are we putting him in? Like, it's a one-run game in the sixth inning. Why the heck are we putting Dennis Santana in? Now look at him. He's the closer. He's probably like maybe the seventh or eighth best closer in baseball. Like, he's not one of the top closers, but he's reliable. That's for sure. But another guy is Isaac Matson, who was, I believe, pitching
Why does
for...
his name sound familiar?
It's a Pirates reliever. He's probably going to end up being, our sixth or seventh inning guy. He pitched for the University of Pittsburgh, and then he pitched an independent ball for it's not Washington, D.C., it's Washington County, PA, which is like 30 minutes south of here. There's an independent team called the Washington Wild Things.
Oh my god.
He was pitching for the Washington Wild Things, and now he's one of like the Pirates' best relief pitchers. Shout out to the Washington
That's so
Wild
crazy
Things,
how that
though.
works.
My wiffle ball league, they let us have our All-Star game at their stadium last year. Fun
Hell
fact.
yeah.
So yours truly was standing on the same mound that Isaac Matson was on about a year and a half ago, and now he's one of the best relievers on the Pirates. So
Crazy how that works.
crazy how things work.
So I got a couple bold predictions and a question for you about the Orioles, and then we can move on to the WBC. So, bold predictions. Ryan Helsley has a new windup. I think he fixed the pitch tipping.
Okay, yeah, that was a big issue because I feel like he like had some very pronounced like coming set, and they could tell
Yeah.
when he was kind of going like this, and what pitch was coming, or at least like if it was going to be a fastball or off speed. So that's a good thing for sure.
Yeah, it looks totally different this year, so I think he fixed it. So Ryan Helsley, 30 saves plus this year if he stays healthy, incoming for sure. Then Heston Kjerstad spent all offseason working with Jackson Holliday and Matt Holliday. So I've been watching the at-bats he's been having against our major league pitching dude, and he is just absolute nuking some of these pitchers, dude. I mean,
Now is he going to be
bombs.
is he going to be in the opening day lineup, do you think?
No chance. Unless a lot of people get injured, there's no chance.
So what is he, a second baseman?
No, he's an outfielder.
Outfield. Yeah, you guys have a crowded outfield. So
But he sucks at playing defense. He's more of a DH.
maybe kind of like Fort said, maybe he turns into a DH. I guess, Fort brought up a good point of Tyler O'Neill being jacked and he has to stay kind of moving or else he'll tighten up. So maybe it's better that he plays outfield. Maybe Kjerstad turns into your DH at some point. Who knows?
Well, the reason that Kjerstad isn't going to make the team is because Dylan Beaver stole his spot.
Right, and he's another really good young player. So
Dylan Beavers needs 500 ABs this year if he's healthy. I don't care how you do it, but it needs to be done.
So that's what I'm saying for the Pirates. We're looking to trade with the Orioles. Why aren't we looking at Kjerstad or Beavers? Like, why are we looking at Mayo? You know what I mean? Like,
I would do Mayo and Kjerstad for like a good young pitcher that like is major league ready.
Barco, he's a good pitcher.
What's his first name?
Hunter Barco.
Hunter Barco. Hang on, I gotta do some research on this guy.
Dude, last year.
Oh, he's a lefty? I'm in.
Lefty pitcher, funky delivery. Low key gives me like Madison Bumgarner vibes.
I'd be in on that.
So, I don't know if I'd be willing to give him up. I feel like of our pitchers, I would rather give up him than Braxton Ashcraft. But at the same time, it would be hard. It would be hard to let him go, for sure.
How old is this guy?
Barco, he's pretty young. I think he's like maybe 23, 24.
He's 25.
25, okay, late bloomer.
Yeah, so
he burst onto the scene. He burst onto the scene in Double-A last year, and to start the season, I think he like pitched like 36 scoreless innings in a row. Then they called him up to Triple-A, and he was still really good. And then he got some time with the Pirates in September. I don't think he made any starts. He came out of the bullpen, but by trade, he's a starting pitcher.
But like, what are you gonna do? I mean, you got Skeens Jones, you got Bubba Chandler, Ashcraft, this Barco guy, and there's probably other people that I'm forgetting.
Mitch Keller.
Yeah. Like, you got plenty of starting pitching, bro.
Dude,
give
that's
me
what
some.
I'm saying. What did Fort say? You can't have just 5 starting pitchers. You have to have... I mean, I'm not saying you have to have 10 guys that are really good. You have to have 10 guys that are reliable within your organization.
You have
to
to
start
have 10
games.
major league arms.
Do we, though? Like...
No, but I'm saying like what Fort said. You have to have 10 major league arms to get through a season.
Yeah. So that's why I'm hesitant to get rid of one of these guys. And like he also said, a lot of these young guys are not really going to be able to pitch, 180-plus innings. So it's going to be, this guy's going to piggyback. We're going to go Ashcraft for 3, Barco for 3, then the bullpen takes it over from there. I think it's going to be a lot
Would you be willing to trade Barco for a guy who has the potential to hit 30 homers a year for the next 4 or 5 years?
Possibly.
That's the type of power Kobe Mayo has.
Possibly, but where do you put him on the field? Where does he fit? You know what I mean?
Third base. You just growing pains.
Yeah, growing pains. Alec Boehm Jr. over here, so I don't know. We'll see.
He's got a cannon. He just doesn't know where it's going.
Yeah, that's true. Sounds like my guy Pedro Alvarez. You remember when
you guys loved Pedro Alvarez.
He was really good at third. I mean, like, I don't want to say he was really good, but he was a pretty good defensive third baseman, and he hit all those home runs. Then, like, I think it was 2015, he could still hit really good, so he moved him over to first base, even though that wasn't his position. And but like before that, dude did not know where the ball was going every time he threw it. Dude, he would throw it 20 feet over the first baseman's head like half the time. It was like hold your breath every time the ball gets hit that way. It was bad. It was really bad. So,
all right, let's get into a little bit of World Baseball Classic talk. So WBC is what, 2 weeks-ish out?
Yeah, it's coming up.
Something like that. So Team USA is far and away the favorite this year. I mean, it's pretty obvious, like, with the roster, like, this is definitely our A team. We have zero excuses to not win it all this year, for sure. But
yeah, but honestly,
did you see who Corbin Carroll's replacement was?
Who's that?
Roman Anthony.
There you go. Nice. I mean, he's no Corbin Carroll, but still an elite player. I mean, he's probably not going to get much playing time with that team, but
he'll probably just be a pinch runner.
I mean, maybe throw him in there when we play. I don't know who's in our pool, but when we play Italy or something, throw him in there when we're winning.
Is it bad that I'm nervous about Pete Crow Armstrong as our center fielder? Not for his defense, but like, yeah, I'm worried he might not hit worth a lick.
Like the last 2 or 3 months of last season, he did not hit very well. Like, I feel like up until like June or July, he was like an MVP candidate. He was like really good, and then he kind of just fell off hitting wise. I mean, honestly, if he doesn't hit in the first few games, we have other guys that can play center field. Not as well defensively, but you need to be able to score runs. That's for sure.
Yeah. And I'm looking at the Cubs roster, like what I was talking about with Fort. Like Carson Kelly, good catcher. Ballesteros is a nice young backup. He's like similar to like Basayo, but just not as powerful. And like a lot of people are expecting Bregman to have a regression. Nico Horner's a slap hitter. Dansby Swanson's gonna bat like 240 and play elite defense.
Yeah.
Matt Shaw like could break out, but I feel like the Cubs really need like. I feel like the Cubs go as Pete Crow Armstrong goes. Just me.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, I definitely see it. I mean, Fort was like hyping up the Cubs, man. I don't see it, honestly. I feel like I'm still a little bit more scared of the Brewers for whatever reason, just because they have that kind of it factor.
So the Cubs have a good lineup. I'll give them that, but their pitching leaves a lot of room to be desired. Like some of their pitchers on this roster, like Edward Cabrera.
Who's their opening day starter?
Probably Edward Cabrera.
You think so?
So they got Edward Cabrera as a starter, Ben Brown, whoever that is. Matthew Boyd's still there. They still have Imanaga, which is surprising.
Imanaga's still pretty good.
Oh, if Justin Steele's healthy, he'll be the opening day starter.
Justin Steele. Yeah, they got Cade Horton. Jameson. They still have Jameson Taillon, right? Former Pirate. So yeah, they got some good arms. Nothing crazy, but
I'm looking at the bullpen.
They got that Cade Horton, who was a rookie last year. He was really good.
Their bullpen's probably going to be Hunter Harvey, Porter Hodge, Phil Maton, Shelby Miller, Hobie Milner, and then Jacob Webb and Caleb Thielbar.
Wow,
would be my guess.
Those are some good names. Porter Hodge and what was that other guy's name?
Who after Porter? Let's see. I said Phil Maton, Shelby Miller. They got Luke Little on the roster too. He'll probably make it.
Okay. I mean, yeah.
I don't know, man.
I feel like they're a 500 team. I feel like.
No, I think they'll be above 500, but like I don't know if it's gonna be. I don't know if they're gonna run away with the division or even win the division.
Oh no, I think if I had to make a prediction right now, I know we're gonna do this later. I would put the Cubs at like 83 or 84 wins.
Let's see. I'm gonna look at the. I'm gonna look to see what the projected win totals are.
I think they have the Cubs second.
Let's see, win totals 2026. Here we go. All right. So the Cubs are at. Oh, I hate this website. This website's ass. Come on, man. Just give me oh, here we go. FanDuel. Just make it easy for me, FanDuel. That's not easy, goddammit. Why will nobody just tell me what it is? Yahoo, please tell me.
What is it?
Thank you.
They're over under?
All right. Yeah. So, Chicago Cubs are at 88.5.
Under. For sure.
Yeah, I don't know if they're winning 90 games this year. Let's see where they have the Pirates. Pirates are at 76.5. I feel like that's an easy over.
If you don't take the over on that, you are freaking stupid.
I feel like that's an easy over.
It's an easy over, man. That's an easy over. I'm not going to give too much away. I know we're going to do that on a different episode, but that's an easy over.
They have the Rockies at 52.5.
Take the over on that. I feel like the Rockies are not going to be that bad. There's no way they can. They're going to score enough runs to win some games.
Let's see. They only have the Brewers at 84.5. That's kind of surprising.
I feel like that's accurate, though. I feel like they're going to take a step back.
Let's see what the AL has. Dude, the AL only has the A's at 75.5. I'm absolutely going to take the over on that.
Yeah.
Hey, Vegas is seeing what I'm seeing with the White Sox. They got the White Sox at 66.5.
Take the over.
I probably will. Jordan's going to take the under on the Angels at 70.5 and pick them to win the division.
That was classic. It's not even mathematically possible.
Bro, took the under and was like, if my division picked the Angels.
That was crazy. Man, that does not seem like it was a year ago. That seems like it was like last month.
Dude, I know. That was an all-time moment.
That was crazy.
They have the New York Yankees as the favorites to win the entire American League at 91.5 wins. You guys are fucking high. There is no way.
Yeah, 91 wins. That's not even going to win you the AL East.
92? The Yankees are not. I don't even think the Yankees are going to win 92. Who do they even have? They didn't really make any moves this offseason.
I mean, I will say, though, if Garrett Cole comes back healthy, that's basically like adding a top-of-the-line starting pitcher. So that'll be huge for them. But we'll see.
Let's look at this. Let's look at this rotation, okay? You got Garrett Cole. He's probably coming back this year. Who else? Max Fried, Luis Heel, Schlittler, Rodon, Will Warren. Rotation's good. Bullpen is so sus, though.
Who's even their closer anymore?
I don't know who their closer is, but their bullpen consists of David Bednar,
Bednar is probably their closer.
Camilo Duvall.
He's another closer type.
And Ryan Yarbrough. That's like the only like elite names in their bullpen.
Ryan Yarbrough, he's not elite. He throws like 86.
Exactly. Also, everyone's hyping up Austin Wells. He doesn't really move the needle for me.
No.
Is it just me? Like, am I missing something when it comes to Austin Wells? Like, everyone talks about him like he's a top 5 catcher in baseball. Like, he hit .219 last year.
Yeah,
he had 0 WAR.
Yeah, he's league average.
And that's fine, but everyone talks about him like he's a top 5 catcher. Like, you're talking about the best catchers in baseball. Oh, don't forget Austin Wells. I didn't. He's ass. Same thing with Ben Rice. People talk about Ben Rice like he's like a top 5 first baseman in baseball.
He's okay. Like, he's definitely a major league player, but, like, yeah, he's not crazy.
Dude, he hit .255 and had 26 homers. Like, that's good, but, like, people talk about him like he's better than Pete Alonso.
I mean, he is young. We'll see what he turns into.
I don't know. I'm just not. Maybe it's my Yankee bias, but
honestly,
I'm just not
when the Pirates were trading Bednar, I was kind of hoping that Ben Rice was going to be a piece in that deal, but obviously he wasn't. The best we could get out of that was Rafael Flores, who's going to be in the minor leagues this year.
Oh, dude, do you think Anthony Volpe bounces back?
Dude, he's gotten so much hate.
That's what I'm saying. Do you think he's mentally tough enough to handle that?
It's like, I know that he can physically do it. I know that he can hit at least. I just don't know if he can mentally get over sucking in the field. And you can't have, especially if you're the shortstop of the Yankees, you can't be sucking in the field. You're just gonna get booed, and you know what the Yankee fans already expect of him. So, I won't give an answer. I'll just say to be determined. I'll believe it when I see it with him.
He ended up batting .212, 19 homers, 72 RBIs, and had a 1.7 WAR.
Yeah, but how many errors did he have? Honestly, without all the errors, his WAR probably would have been like 3 or so. He had so many errors. It seemed like he was making an error every other game.
Hang on, let's see how many errors he actually had.
I'm gonna say
his defensive WAR was 1.3.
How did he have a positive defensive WAR? There's no way.
He had 19 errors.
I thought it was gonna be a lot more than that.
He had a .963 fielding percentage.
I mean, I'm not that well versed in fielding percentage.
That's not good.
Shortstop, yeah, that doesn't seem like it's very good. Seems like it should be.
That is not very good.
Closer to 100%, but
yeah, I would say like league average is like 9.8, like low 9.8.
Okay, like 98%. So he was at 96. Yeah. Okay, so not very good. We'll see.
Their starting infield's not bad. I mean, it's Ben Rice, Jazz, Volpe, and Ryan McMahon.
That's solid.
Yeah. And then their outfielders are obvious. I mean, Aaron Judge, Cody Bellinger, Dominguez, they got Grisham and Spencer Jones off the bench, and then they got Giancarlo as their DH.
Dude, I thought last year that Dominguez was going to go off, but he disappointed me.
I mean, don't get me wrong, the Yankees are going to be good, but I don't see them like running rough shot through the American League like they have them projected to.
I mean, the way I see it, I feel like it's kind of the Blue Jays and the Yankees are kind of the class of the division, and the Orioles and Red Sox are kind of like very close, like wild cards to win the division. You know what I mean?
They have the Red Sox at 87.5 wins and the Orioles only at 84.5. What the hell?
Under on the Red Sox.
Yeah, under on the Red Sox, over on the Orioles. The Blue Jays are at 88.5. That's an interesting one.
Yeah, we'll see what the Blue Jays do this year. I feel like last year was kind of just like a dream season. We'll see if they can build off of it. I mean, they definitely have a lot of good players, but we'll see.
Like. I really like the Seattle Mariners over 89.5. I think if they stay healthy, I think that's very attainable.
Yeah, definitely is. I mean, how well will their starters, do after a lot of them pitched over 200 innings last year? That can take a toll. So we'll see.
I think they're going to run roughshod in the AL West because I mean, the Astros are going to be a 500 team in my opinion. The Rangers are also going to be.
The A's are going to finish second place in that division.
I agree with that. I was getting to that. So I think the A's and the Astros and Rangers are both going to be 500 teams. I think the A's will win like 84, 85 games, and then the Angels are going to be abysmal.
Yeah.
I think they went 72 and 90 last year. I think they're good to go for that again this year.
Yeah, I would sign them up for that. I mean, they're not going to be terrible, but yeah, they're not going to be good.
They're going to be abysmal. Exactly. They're not going to be horrific, but they'll be abysmal.
Abysmal.
Dude, I'm actually excited for the MLB preview to go through that again.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. We should, as a part of that episode, we should go back on our predictions from last year and see.
That's fine. We can run through that real quick.
See how we did.
I still have them here if you want me to pull them up.
We'll bring them up when we do that episode.
Okay, all right.
We should make it a part of that one.
You got any other topics you want to hit before we get up out of here?
I mean, I feel like we were talking about the WBC and we got kind of off track a little bit.
We can talk about that, but do you have anything else about like MLB before we get to the World Baseball Classic?
Not really, honestly. I'm just ready for, like I said, I already said it a few times. I'm just ready for these games to get started. See how these players are going to be. I'm ready for Konnor Griffin to hit a major league field in spring training and show everybody that he's him. And like Ford said, who's better? I'm not even at shortstop at any position. Who's better?
On the Pirates, I don't think you have anyone better.
That's what I'm saying. So, I mean, we definitely have guys that have been around and you know what you're going to get, but for ceiling-wise, no one has a higher ceiling than Konnor Griffin.
Are the Pirates broadcasting any spring training games?
I think they do. Most of their home spring training games they broadcast. I know that Saturday's game is at the Orioles spring training site in Sarasota.
So we'll be broadcasting that.
It's on Masson, so that's why you need to get the VC box, bro. So I'm going to be watching it on Masson because the Pirates aren't broadcasting it.
Bro, I just bought Masson today for the season.
Could have bought the VC box.
Bro, Masson was actually putting out a good deal. If you do the season pass, you get all of the Orioles games until September 30th, which is when the season ends. And it's $100 for the whole year, whereas they were charging $20 per month. So by doing it this way, you get 3 months for free. And I think since I did it so early, I don't know this for sure, so don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure I get MLB TV for free this year.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a good deal.
So I'll talk to you about that after we get out of here, but I'm pretty sure that was what the thing said that I signed up for today. But either way, I'm going to be watching all the spring training games because I want to see Alonso as an Oriole. I want to see how the young guys look, and I want to see how this damn bullpen shakes out.
That's true. That's the big question for the Orioles for sure.
All right, let me pull up the World Baseball Classic pools. All right, let's see. So, Pool A is... I don't want the schedule. I just want the standings. Why do they gotta make it so difficult? Pool A? Okay. Why do they gotta make their website so difficult? Doesn't gotta be that difficult. Okay. Alright, here we go. So Pool A is Puerto Rico, Cuba, Canada, Panama, and Colombia. I think Puerto Rico comes out of that bracket.
I mean, after they play the pool games, it's the top 2 teams, right?
Yeah, so I think Puerto Rico and Colombia come out of that
Colombia
bracket.
has some good players, yeah.
I think Canada's a dark horse in there.
Yeah.
Because they got guys like Tyler O'Neill on that team.
Tyler O'Neill, Freddie Freeman. They got Owen Cassie, Jameson Tyone.
That's what I'm saying. Canada's underrated to come out of that pool. Not to make, like, they're not going to go to the championship or anything, but...
They got some dudes.
Pool B is United States, Mexico, Italy, Great Britain, and Brazil. I got United States and Italy coming out of that.
I got United States and Mexico, bro. Mexico has some good players. But
dude, Team Italy was not that bad.
Italy has some good players too. Shout out Kyle Nicholas from the Pirates. He'll be playing for Team Italy. Also, shout out Nick Gonzalez from the Pirates. He'll be playing for Team Mexico. And one more shout out, Paul Skeens from the Pirates will be playing on Team USA. Let's go.
Shout out Gunnar Henderson playing for Team USA.
Yes. What the fuck is a kilometer?
I think Rico Garcia's pitching for Puerto Rico for us.
Okay.
We don't have much representation because a lot of our players are American. But like I said, I think it's going to be United States and Italy coming out of Pool B. And then, let's see. Pool C is Japan, Australia, Korea, Czech Republic, and Chinese Taipei. Japan obviously is going to run. How did Japan get an easier draw than us? That's what I want to know.
That's interesting. I mean,
but
Japan's going to get that spot. Who's going to get the second spot?
It's either Korea or Australia.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm going to go with Korea.
I feel like Chinese Taipei could make some noise.
KPB is a pretty decent league.
Yeah. I mean, Chinese Taipei, isn't Chinese Taipei that's like Taiwan, right?
I think it's China and Taiwan. Like
China and Taiwan. I mean, they definitely have some baseball players over there, but not our level. Not like, they're not going to compete with Japan. I don't know. I feel like Australia can make some noise too.
Yeah, they got a couple minor league players on their team.
Yeah.
And then lastly, Pool D is Venezuela, Dominican Republic, Netherlands, Israel, and Nicaragua.
That might be the best pool in the whole tournament.
I think Venezuela and Dominican Republic are going to come out of that pool.
I mean, that's who I think of off rip, but Netherlands, they make some moves sometimes. So
shout out Dean Kramer pitching for Team Israel, the ace of the Team Israel staff.
Team Israel. Shout out Spencer Horwitz playing for Team Israel.
Ah, here we go. Brothers in arms.
Brothers in arms. Let's go.
But I really do think so. I think United States is going to the finals. That's pretty easy from that side of the bracket. I think they're going to have to beat Puerto Rico in the semifinals to get to the finals.
Could be a tough game. But that's the thing with this tournament. It's all just one game round, so you never know what the heck's going to happen. One game, anything can happen, man.
Right.
So, but with the pitchers that Team USA has, I feel pretty confident.
We have no excuse, bro. We literally can go Paul Skeens to Mason Miller.
We could go Paul Skeens for 4, Tarek Skubal for 2 or 3, then close it out with Mason Miller. You also have David Bednar on the team. Yeah, that pitching staff is crazy.
We have no excuses when it comes to that pitching staff. And
that's all I'm saying, though. It's with it being one game, though, for each round, you never know. These guys, once they're in the tournament, they'd only been in spring training for 2 or 3 weeks.
Right.
You never know. You never know.
No, I agree. And then who do you got coming out the other side? Do you got Japan, Venezuela, or Dominican Republic?
I mean, I kind of want to say Japan, but I feel like Dominican could make a lot of noise too.
I think it's going to be Japan versus Dominican in the semifinals. I just can't make my mind up because I don't know. I don't want to go chalk and say Japan versus USA again. Like Dominican Republic is really good, so I think I'll roll with Dominican Republic just for the sake of mixing it up.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Japan USA is the most likely matchup. That's probably what they want to have happen, and it definitely could. But like I said, with these 1-game playoffs, you never know. You can't pitch Ohtani every game. You can't put, your top
Yamamoto.
pitcher out there every game, right? So we'll see.
Yeah. Well, you got anything left to say to the people before we get out of here, Luke?
We talked all baseball, man. The Olympics, though, USA women's, they're about to bring home the gold medal. And the men's, they're looking
USA
pretty.
hockey.
The men's are looking pretty good too. So if we could get that kind of sweep, men's and women's, USA hockey, we'd be looking pretty good.
Hell yeah.
So
well, Luke, I greatly appreciate you filling in on short notice for the pod. Greatly appreciate you doing that. We love having you on. Like I said, one of our residential baseball experts. Flag throwers, I appreciate y'all so much. Make sure to keep tuning into the streams. Really appreciate the support. We got a surprise coming later this week. I won't reveal anything until we actually record it.
Let's go.
So I don't want to jinx it, but just know that there's a surprise in the works. But flag throwers, I appreciate y'all so much. And you know how we end this.
We're not going to apologize for winning.
No, we are not. We will see y'all next week. See ya.
Peace.